Hello everybody. We're going to do something a little different today. We're just going to be looking at a game called Odd Realm, and I'm doing this primarily because I just don't feel like getting into the mood of today. The three games I should be playing is fishing, hunting, and golfing. I should be doing those three today so I can upload them and have those videos ready to go. But I've been playing this game for a while called Odd Realm, and it's been very relaxing. And I thought, you know what, there's not that many people who watch my channel, but if anybody ever comes across my channel and they happen to see this and they watch this particular video and it lets them maybe, you know, not buy Odd Realm, but at least explore it a little bit, then I'll feel pretty good about myself, because it's a great game. It's super fun. It's very relaxing. If you need something just to kind of waste time with and keep coming back to year after year, then I would recommend this one. So what is it? What you're looking at right now is a very small map, not very big. We have two little lakes on the map. You know what? Let me go ahead and zoom out. There we go. Yeah, so we're looking at a very small map. It's not crazy, but when you first come to this area, none of the buildings are here, none of the farms are here. You are tasked with building all of that, and most of the time when you show up, you have about 5 people in your you can see up here where it says settler population. You get about 5 people, and sometimes you can come with just one person, but most of the time when you start, it's 5 people. And from there, you know, you build up houses they can live in, you give them rooms to stay in. Then you have to worry about food, and hunting really isn't a big thing in this game. Like here, oh, you see right there, it just says owls have appeared on the map. Like, not like, it'll tell you like, hey, and look how high up they are. We're super duper high up. I know I'm hitting you with a lot of information here, I apologize, but we clicked on this thing, said that the owls have appeared, and it brought us to this owl all the way up here. And we know we're high in the sky. Follow my mouse. We know we're high up because over here in the depth, that little bar, it shows us in the sky. Blue is sky, green is the earth, and then brown is underground. So we're pretty high up. So if you wanted to shoot this animal and kill it for meat, it would take some doing. You'd have to go grab your archer and bring your archer over here and shoot it. And this thing, if you watch, you see how quick it moves, right? So I mean, this guy, if he had a bow, he'd have a chance at it. But let's see, somebody standing over here, right? Jorvix, if he was our archer, I mean, Jorvix, he would not have a shot. He'd have to run around, and then this thing would outfly him, yada, yada, yada. So farming is like the big thing in the game. Like, that's how you're gonna make most of your money. And if you're watching right now, I'm mouse wheeling. I'm using the mouse wheel, and I'm changing my depth. I'm going from high in the sky down closer to the ground, and that's why things are getting brighter. And if you look, there's a little roof on these 2 buildings, and if you scroll in, the roof goes away and it shows you what's in there, right? This is just a staircase and a staircase. If you go in again, this right here, this is a floor to the castle, and then we're going to go into that. We're going to go underneath that floor, and we're going to look at the rooms, right? So that's the roof of these rooms, okay? And if you notice, that first floor of the castle is the same level as my other buildings. That's just a coincidence, right? I didn't mean to do it that way, but you can see everything, you know, when we go to this deal. But let's just start at the beginning. So we had about 5 people down here, and those 5 people first came up to this area, and they built just this little bit right here. And all it was a kitchen, a couple of rooms. I think it was 5 or 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it was 6 rooms and a kitchen. And we actually had the campfire. We actually had it in the middle here, and then things caught fire. So we had to move the campfire outside. And it's hard to see the campfire. I'll try to zoom in here. The campfire is right there. Super duper hard to see. And then right there is like a well that we built to get fresh water. So anyway, we built that little area here, and then, you know, we started to farm. And we have carrots going here, we have wheat here, we have mushrooms growing there, we have potatoes, blackberries. Now the cool thing about the blackberries is we actually found those on the map. If you hit this little button here called jobs and you hit harvest, you can see on the map there's something called stone leaf, and it's because it's fall right now. In fall, this stone leaf, it's a mushroom. It pops up everywhere on the map. But in springtime, when we first arrived here, there were blackberry bushes. So we harvested the blackberry bushes, and when we did, I'm going to follow the mouse again, click on the plant button here. When we found those blackberry bushes, it allowed us to plant blackberries, right? So we have some blackberries going there that we actually got from the surrounding area. We have melons, we brought those with us. And that's another potato patch. Yep. Up here we have, let's see, this cultivated dirt. There's our pumpkins. We have pumpkins growing up here. And again, those came in from the fall. We have elderberry, which came in, I think, in the summertime. We have cabbages, and we bought those cabbage seeds from a traveling trader, right? From a traveling merchant. We got those. I'm not quite sure what glow light is. I believe it's a mushroom, but we have those seeds we got from the same trader who brought the cabbages. We have tomatoes that we got from another traveling merchant, not the one that brought these two, but from another one. And Dax Web, which I believe is in the same vein as this glow light. Like, I'm not quite sure what they do yet. Once we grow them and harvest them, we'll get more. I'm going to show you the production tab. So we have a campfire, a clother, distillery, foundry, kitchen, smithy, tannery, well house, and a workshop. Sorry if you're hearing the buzzer. That is an old-fashioned laundry dryer telling us that it is done. So once we harvest that, those two, the Dax Web and the glow light, once we harvest them and have those in our inventory, it'll unlock new patterns here that we can build more stuff, right? And right now we can build things like pickaxes and hammers and scythes, and those just help the people in the village, our little workers here. I don't know what you would call them. I heard some people call them pawns, but I don't like calling them pawns. That doesn't seem right. But it'll just help them do work, right? There's also a uniforms tab where you can say, hey, if you're a cook, and we actually do have a cook. Let me look at where's our cook guy? We do. We never set up a uniform for a cook. Good. So this will be, so what you do is you click on cook over here on the right hand side, and you're going to say every single cook in the entire village needs to look like this. So you're going to say, I want them to wear a linen hat. Boop. I want them to wear a linen vest, a linen pair of pants, and linen boots. And then in their hand, I want them to hold on to something, right? Now, normally I give them this this cudgel just because they're cooks. They don't really do, they don't really, if it was like a wood cutter, like a logger, I would give them an axe, or a hatchet rather, because the hatchet would make it where they cut down things faster. If they were a blacksmith, I'd give them a hammer. If they were a farmer, I'd give them a scythe. But the cooks, I'm just gonna go ahead and give them this basic cudgel. Like if they get attacked by something, they get to beat the crap out of them with this thing, right? It gives them a little bit. It gives them a little bit of protection. So that's what I'm gonna say the uniform for a cook is. But then what I have to do is go over here and I have to say, listen, everyone who is a cook, there it is. You see right here where it says cook, no uniform set. All I have done so far is say, you know what, my cooks need to look like this. But I've not told the cooks what uniform to wear, right? I've outlined what the cook uniform should be, but I've not told the cooks in my camp to wear that uniform, okay? So what I'm gonna do now is come over here to cooks, and I'm gonna click on the cook uniform, and now you see that they're gonna say, oh, okay, I'm a cook. I need to wear the uniform of a cook. Because you could do it. You could say, you know what, shepherds, you're going to wear the same outfit as our forester. Okay, there's no reason for you and the forester to have two different outfits. There's no reason for me to go in here and set a forester and a shepherd outfit. Shepherd, you're going to use the forester. Like, I can click over here where it says none and say, you know what, you're going to wear the forester's outfit. I could do that, right? So that's why that seems so convoluted. But anyway, yeah, so getting the food here, that's like the most important thing. There's apple trees. We found some apples on this map too. So, and over here is bone. This right here is bone. It's some kind of like animal or something. I don't know. It's a gigantic animal, and I've not excavated the site because it was so close to where I was building my first house. I didn't give it any mind. At any rate, built this little house here, and then we expanded and we built those workshops you saw. We built, I think we built a, yeah, we did a foundry and a smithy in there. We had the kitchen below that. Then we did the well house. We just started building all this stuff just so we'd have more things, you know, in the, and because merchants come by and we wanted to sell stuff. So after we got that built, then we built this gigantic, oh, cows have appeared. Oh, good. Oh, good. This is actually the one thing that I wanted. Like, I've not had cows pop up, but you look here and you see how there's one, two, three, 4 cows. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to a zone. Yeah, I think it's a room. It is a room. Okay, so do you see here how there's like different rooms? There's bedrooms, there's a barracks, there's a, oh, I forget what these are called. It's like my foundry, my smithy, my workshop. Every room has to have a little bit of something in it to make it function, right? Like, you can't just have a bedroom. You have to have a bed in the bedroom for it to be a bedroom, right? You can't just have a kitchen. You have to have a cauldron, a table, and a chair for it to work and function as a kitchen. You can't just go someplace and say, you know what, I want a distillery right here, because there's nothing there for them to use to make spirits and alcohol. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Animal Pen, and I'm going to try to find, I had almost given up hope. That we would have, that we'd actually get cows or something, because they hadn't showed up. And now I'm trying to think about where I want to put them. The only bad thing about this map is that there was no flat area, right? So if you look at all this debris up here, all that's dirt clod, because I had to mine out this entire mountain. Like, I mined the entire thing down so it was nice, flat, and level to build the castle. I guess we're just going to move the cows over here just for a moment, right? So I'm going to give them a very large pasture. And you see right here, it says food trough and water trough. You have to have both of those things to make the cows happy. We're going to go into building. We're going to go into water. We get a stone water trough. We're going to come down here, and you see the little square inside of a square. That's telling you that, like, okay, this is inside of your pasture. So we'll do our water trough. We'll do our food trough. We'll put that right there. So now we have these 2 items that are scheduled to be built, and they're flashing blue, which means we have the components necessary to build it. So that's looking good. Now what we need to do is we need to get somebody to go and tame the animals, right? We need to go get someone to tame the cows. They're not ours yet. They've just showed up on the map, okay? So let's back out of that building menu, and let's find somebody who's good at taming. Their work, fishing. I have 2 fisher people, and they're very happy to fish. Like, actually, I should probably take her off fishing. I don't know if she ever has enough time. This lady here is our farmer, and the farmers are always busy. Where's our tamer at? There it is. By taming. So we're gonna look in here. We're gonna try to find somebody who has a very high level at taming animals, and it looks like 3 is our highest. So we don't want to pick the farmers to be our tamers. That stone worker there actually could do it. Both stone workers could. And oh, a fisher girl. Okay, you know what? Fisher girl. Wait, hold on. You're not a fisher person. Yeah, you are a fisher person. Okay. So we're going to make our fisher person also be the person in charge of taming animals. So we're going to click on her, and she's down here fishing. It took her a very long time to catch her first fish. It took like 4.5 years for her to catch her first fish. And we're going to tell her to tame that cow. Hopefully, is that her there? It says, and you know that she's working on it because she says taming animal, right? So you know that she's trying to get this done. If we could get these cows tamed, that would be fantastic. Because I was telling you that meat wasn't a big deal in the game because I hadn't seen cows. Like, I've been here not an entire year. I'm only in fall. Like, I haven't even gone through winter yet. But this is the first time I've seen cows. Most of the time, it's just been like deer that would pop up, and I would hunt the deer, and that would. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes. All right. Oh, that doesn't look like she's taming it. That looks like she... Did she tame it? Tame that one. Oh, they're running away. Oh, okay. So when she's taming it, there's a chance it just runs off the map. Okay. Can you get in between them and the edge of the map? Maybe like scare them and push them this way? I've only got one cow left. I want to have at least 2 cows. Man, it'd be great if they'd come away from the edge of the map. That'd be fantastic. I really appreciate that. If you guys could just walk away from the side. I'm gonna let her run over because she's probably hungry or she wants to go do something. Like, he got closer to the edge of the map. Come on. Get away from the edge of the map so I can tame you. Again, they get closer. What a pain. Yeah, so the game doesn't have, like, there are some things about the game that I don't like. Like, they're just not gonna... If he's actually building the stone water trough, how funny is that? It'd be great if they, like, move, like, into the map. Oh, there's our farmers planting something. They must have found a seed somewhere. Yeah, and I wouldn't say the game is difficult. The game is very straightforward. It's not hard to survive at all. Although I will say that winter time, I gotta go for it. I'm gonna put her back up here. I will say though, in the winter time, you get absolutely 0 in the form of food. Like, you gotta be ready to rock and roll. That's why I have 99 plus raw food and 99 plus cooked food and a ton of water. And that also counts for like whiskey and ales and beers that I have made. He's not gonna be able to tame them. They're gonna immediately run away because they won't get away from the side of the map. See, like they're just, if I don't even know if she could tame them if they weren't next to the side of the map because they're just gonna run away. Do you build a fence around them? Yeah, do that. You see, you can't build on the very edge of the map. But, where's fence? Do a stone fence. And then a gate. Stone gate right there. Wonder what would happen when we start building if the cow will... If the cow will like move south, or if he'll like move. I guess he could move. Uh-oh. Well, there. Okay. Well, there's that plan screwed. See, how are we gonna do this? Yeah, it's gonna take them forever too, because they got to go all the way and grab the stone and come all the way back up here. And that cow eventually will just wander off the side of the map too, like. Oh man, if they could like speed build that thing right now, that'd be fantastic. That would be fantastic. I really wanted to, I really wanted to show you this game because I like it and I wanted to give it positive stuff. But I remember now that it's almost impossible it's almost impossible to tame animals because they do stuff like that. Like they'll run away from you, and then I mean, her skill is also low too, so I'm sure that if you had somebody who had a really high taming skill, that she would she could tame them a lot more efficiently, more quickly, and they wouldn't have such an opportunity to run away. And maybe like her hitting it and like, oh, don't. Yeah, it's gone. Gone. Okay, great. There's the cows. Cows are gone. Don't worry about that anymore. We'll have a little fence up there, and we'll have a trough and a bunch of crap over here for animals that we don't have. That's fine. Anyway, I'll tell you this story about this place. So, let me zoom out just so it'd be easier to see. So after we built this area here, we had our first wave of migrants, and migrants come to the settlement. I think they come once a year, and we had like 5 people show up. So we had to build more rooms, and one person, for some reason, got a gigantic room. And then we built the second farm because of the migrants. I was worried we wouldn't have enough food. We built a second farm, and then we built this little pathway to this place, and this was our brewing station. This was tanning and brewing. This was all the artisan stuff that we had in the the settlement. I don't think I talked about the barn was the first big construction, because remember, this thing was only like that big, and maybe I added that, so it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't insanely large, but the barn was our first big build, and the barn has everything in it. Like all of our stuff gets thrown into the barn, everything. I think this is trying to invalid location for raw food. Really? I wonder why. Oh, raw food can't be placed in wooden barrels? Raw food cannot be placed in wooden barrels. It can be placed in a crate. See, I'm still learning things about this game. Let me look at that zone thing one more time. What am I being yelled at? Everything. Barrels are just no good, huh? It's all crates. Okay, then, let's go to containers. Go to wooden crates, and let's build wooden crates. I don't know what they're going to do with the barrels. I don't know if they're going to break the barrels or move them. But yeah, the barn needs to be. I think I put the barrels in here because I was afraid. I was like, maybe we're gonna need barrels to hold things. I think barrels only hold alcohol beverages. There we go. We're not getting yelled at anymore. Everything has a place. But yeah, the barn was like a really big step for us. We had a place to store all of our food. It was great. It was great. I loved it. And then when we got done with that, because we'd already had, and this is the weird thing, like it looks like there's more room for more workstations, and they have a library, but I can't really figure out how to do research or what the library, like the bookshelves, like what they're for. Long story short, I decided to build a castle. And then I decided to build a second story to the castle, but we were attacked and 2 of our kids got killed. It was really, really sad. So I just took a step back and was like, all right, let's not build so much. By the way, if you notice the castle, it has an outer wall that's wood. It has spikes on the front of that outer wall, and then we dug down a level. So you have to climb up a wall, to climb over spikes, to climb over a wooden wall to get into the first part of the castle. And the first part of the castle doesn't even have anything in it, right? It's completely bare. You have to climb up another wall onto this ceiling, this floor, run over here, and then get into the castle. Or you can come in the front door, right? But the front door, you go right through the barracks, right? And we should have people in there training, so it wouldn't behoove you to do that. I have when I start building again, like when I start getting to the point where I'm comfortable to issue a lot of build orders, we're going to put spikes. We're going to put 3-layer deep spikes all around this area. So not only do you have to climb up a wall to climb over spikes, to climb up a wall again, and when you drop in, you're going to go through 3 layers of spikes to climb up a wall. So the castle will be very defended. And the castle will probably have 3 layers of this size, and we'll keep building that up until eventually we make it smaller and smaller and smaller until there's like one room at the very top, and I have no idea what I'll put there. I also have stairs down going into a tunnel, like a mining area, right? So I thought that'd be cool to have a mine underneath the castle. But yeah, everything's going well. I'm very pleased with the game. Some things like, the cows, like they can figure out a better way to do that, because there's no way to tame, like there's no way to build up your taming. Like if you have someone who just sucks at animal taming, then cows will show up and you're going to miss that opportunity. They have a world map button, so you can see your like oh, this is where we live, and I guess they have like a migrate thing here. Like I don't know what that does. I guess we can leave here and go somewhere else now that we have more food. Like we can live in the desert if we get tired of living here, or that was just a bad place to start. But the, you know, this has that beautiful sprite, you know, look to it. Are there, can you settle on islands? My goodness, you can. Beautiful, love that. Little island right there. Oh, Shangri-La, look at that. You're surrounded by an entire ocean. Neighbors are peaceful, the threats are peaceful. That's great. Little place down here. Island. Like Sardinia. Yeah, I love that. You have your own little kingdom here, you know? Great. Oh, look at that. You have a little... Is there land up there? There is. Oh, I thought that was clouds. Those are clouds. This is snow. Look at that. What's that? Is that like a volcano? What? Look at this. The high meadow. It's chilly up there, but it's not just like permafrost. It's got like vegetation. That's cool. Cool. Little harbor right there. Yeah. These maps are just great. Is that a village? Oh, it tells you the human realm. Oh no. Oh, these are human villages. Yeah. Okay, cool. And there's another little human village. What's that? Master crafters. You're going to produce the most advanced tools, clothing, weapons. Unlike humans, their relationship with nature has allowed them to easily collect resources from their surroundings without destroying it in the process. Elves. Elves. That's cool. Yeah, so we hung out with the elves then. Right there next to the... I wonder what the difference between the desert and this place is. A wasteland. You see, the game has things to offer. You know, like if you ever are playing this, and you're up to like plus 99, plus 99, you're like, this is too easy. You can go try to live in a desert. You know, or you can start off by playing just as one person. Like you just have one individual, and that one individual has to do everything, and you live alone. See how that goes. But as it stands right now, I know the library, like I know there's a way to make the library work. Like I know there's a way to like unlock that. And we do have this void crystal. Where did I put it? Did they finally pick it up? The games, this map starts with like a void crystal somewhere. And I mined it after a long time of just leaving it alone. I mined it. And I was thinking that the void crystal would unlock more rooms like the library, I thought, but apparently it has not. Yeah, but I do know there are more rooms. There is a library room. I've seen it before. I played this game before. I don't remember how to unlock it, but I know I've seen it. So once we have the library room, I think that's what the bookcases will be used in. And then you can start doing research, and it just opens the game up more. Yeah, but there you go. This is Odd Realm. This is a little first look. I recommend this game. I hate that I'm putting this video out after the summer sale, because I'm sure it was on sale there for cheap. I don't think you're going to get any more than this. I kind of looked at the developers page for just a little bit, and I did not see an awful lot being added. I didn't really see an awful lot like new. I'll tell you what, let's do this. I'll save. I'll quit. Let me just show you this right quick, just to end the video. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. If you did new game, you see how these are locked, right? These have been coming soon for a while. Like these other two races have been coming soon for a while, and I haven't seen them added, nor have I seen them on the map, right? The Ancients, like these guys, they're like dead. I don't know how to explain it. I guess you could read here, right? And these are the ones that are good with like the Voidcraft, where you could open up more rooms and do more stuff. I guess maybe when I played last time, I played as Ancients, and that's why I had like the library and everything. We can do that. We'll play as an Ancient. We're on a different steed, it looks like, so we have to find some place to live. I don't think Ancients eat Who are these people? Humans living in the wastelands? Look at the vast plains here. There's a part of me that just wants to live on a plain, because the mountain was a pain in the butt. Ooh, we have our own little area up here. What is that? Little ice island. That looks cool. That looks cool. Have that huge bay right there. Of course, that's going to stop our build. You know what? We're doing it because Immortal Conk. Easy. 2 ancients with their void woken minions searching for power. A single master of the void and their 2 minions. Probably the worst ancient to have ever lived trying to survive. We'll do the easy one. We'll do the easy one. The tame pasture. Why not? But that was like the world creation. Like that's the game. Like that's. Ooh. Finally, we reached our new home. The void is strong here, and unlimited power shall be ours. Okay. Ancients utilize void crystals and void shards to survive. They don't require food like the other races of Odd. Mining underground is a great way to find void crystals. Alternatively, you can convert simple materials into void shards at a transmutation chamber. You can designate rooms. Okay. Being an ancient cannot have children, you'll need to look for sleeping ancients underground in stasis crystals. You can loot these to wake the sleeping ancients. Okay. Use the job menu to start assigning tasks. Time bar to change the speed. You can change the layout. U or E keys. Use the build menu to start building. Yep. And yep. Inventory, see what you have. Yeah. Got it. Love it. What are those? Ducks? Nope, more owls. They have a bunch of stuff here. What were they trying to show me at the beginning? Like a little house here they already have. A void cell and a void. Are there already rooms placed for us? There are not rooms placed for us. But look, see, give me more rooms you get. Like I knew there was a way to unlock them. So the tannery I'm familiar with, the clother and the well house I'm familiar with. Transmutation chamber, I'm not. Farsight beacon, I'm not familiar with that. Retrograde arcanium, not familiar with that. Immortality tomb, not familiar with that. Summoning chamber, chaos construct, those 2 brand new. Campfire, farm, smithy, kitchen, foundry, workshop. Yep, animal pen. Cool. All right, well there you go. So you can play the vanilla game with humans, and it's super duper easy. In fact, I would recommend playing the vanilla game with humans just to learn how to do it, and you know, just to learn what's up, and then maybe start a game with the ancients. I'm going to keep playing this today, and I'm going to not do the work I'm supposed to do by by making the right videos. I'm just going to keep playing this all day today. So thank you for watching, folks. Let's see how long this video turned out to be. Hopefully about 20 minutes. 30 minutes? Oh man, much longer than I intended. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I recommend this game, Odd Realm, if you have a chance to pick it up. I think you'll enjoy it. If you like games like RimWorld, Dwarf Fortress, if you like those, then this is, I don't think it's going to be very challenging. This is a game that's very straightforward. The UI tries to help you as much as possible. Like Dwarf Fortress, I would love if Dwarf Fortress looked like this, so I could like figure out what's going on. And I know there are resource packs to make Dwarf Fortress look super similar to this. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Hope you enjoy, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.